analysis number 40. And my 40th archetype analysis is today. And oh boy, another crappy ZEXAL short archetype? Why not? We got super defense robots today, an archetype used by Orbital 7, Kaido's little robo assistants, with not only him being the owner of the archetype, but he is also their first monster. Yeah, believe that. It's a level 4 light machine with 500 attack and 2000 defense, which makes him an excellent machine dupe target. When this card is flipped face up, place one You Got It boss counter on it. You can remove all You Got It boss counters on this card. Its attack becomes 2000. After you change this card to a card's attack with this effect, it cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of the turn, and is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. You can tribute this card to target one photon or galaxy monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Yeah, this effect has literally nothing to do with super defense robots. It's only part of the archetype because super defense robots can summon this thing with their own effects. But as it is playable in galaxies or photons when I will get to reviewing that archetype, no, don't bother running this. I mean, it's an excellent machine dupe target for some link spamming, and that's about as high as it goes. It's a decent 2k wall, and that's it. Just ignore this. Alright, getting into the actual super defense robot archetype. First off, we have super defense robot Monkey. It's a level 3 with 800 attack and 1200 defense. And when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one super defense robot monster or orbital 7 from your hand. And this is the effect that is shared among all the super defense robot monsters, I think, at least. And this is where the original, where their unique effects come in. Monkey can once per turn banish one machine type monster from your graveyard and target one super defense robot monster or orbital 7 in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. I mean, it offers somewhat okayish recycling since it can banish any machine type monster, which is really good because, yeah, you will, if you were building a super defense robot deck for some reason, you would wanna make that space for some generic machine type support. So yeah, this effect is pretty okay for what it does, but it could have been a lot better. It could have been straight up special summoning. Next up we have super defense robot Leo with 1200 attack and 1600 defense. And yeah, it has the exact same first effect as Monkey. And once per turn, when exactly one super defense robot monster or orbital 7 and no other cards is added from your graveyard to your hand except during the damage step, you can special summon it from your hand. Yeah, so this is something that synergizes as well as the Ambulance Roid and Rescue Roid combo with Cyber Summon Blaster. So yeah, this is somewhat of a continuation of this effect. So yeah, it's a very nice recovery option combined with Monkey's effect. So it's pretty damn good. This one is absolutely better than Monkey because it's a level 4 monster, meaning it opens up to some rank 4 shenanigans. But yeah, this ain't a rank 4 spam shenanigans, is it? Yeah, next up we have their final main deck monster and their biggest main deck monster, that being Super Defense Robot Elephant. It's a level 8 machine type monster with 1400 attack and 2500 defense points. It has the exact same first effect as the previous two ones. And once per turn you can target one super defense robot monster or orbital 7 you control. It becomes level 8 until the end of this turn. This card cannot be used as an Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for the Xyz summon of a machine type monster. As we'll see on later, their final card is the rank 8 Xyz machine type monster, and for what it does, it's actually good, really good. I mean, it's easily summonable by Monkey and Leo, so yeah, it's a pretty okay card. And I mean, in order to use it more consistently is to use it with Guardian Yados, since it can special summon itself by having no monsters in the graveyard, so it's pretty dang good. And it's a trade-in target, so that's also a pretty nice touch, since you can use trade-in to send it to the graveyard, draw 2 cards, summon Monkey, and if you have Leo on board, it can be an instant special summon, so yeah, it's okay for what it does. And now for their final monster, that being their boss monster, Googly Eyes Drum Dragon. It's a rank 8 machine monster which requires, you can't use the auto since it uses 2 level 8 machine type monsters. But hey, Gear Spring Spirit also really nicely synergizes with this thing. Anyway, once per turn you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. It gains 1000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. If this card is destroyed while it has Xyz material, you can banish 1 super defense robot monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard. Then you can attach 1 super defense robot monster from your graveyard to this card as an Xyz material. To be honest, this is actually a legit good recovery and protection, especially for a boss monster evolving on super defense robots. So yeah, Googly Eyes Drum Dragon has a really nice attack boosting effect, which is very, very appreciated. And its protection effect is surprisingly decent. So yeah, really good card. And that's it. They have no spell or trap support whatsoever, and they have no other monsters to speak of. So yeah, let's cut this over with short. Consistency is very, very bad with these guys. I mean, they're machine types and they have no machine dupe targets except Orbital 7, who is a light monster, since, you know, he's supposed to support galaxies and photon. And all other ones are Earth monsters, so yeah. But anyway, all their main deck monsters are actually searchable by stuff like Giant Rat, and yes, so UFO-roid can even search them out, and I'll be questioning your deck building skills if you splash a UFO-roid into super defense robots. And their Elephant is a trade-in target. I mean, that's barely enough to work with, so I'm gonna give him a 1 out of 3 there. Power purely depends on Googly Eyes Drum Dragon if they manage to summon it in the first place, so a 1 out of 3 there. Combat ability, I mean, completely relies on you having Monkey or Leo and double summon on board, so you can summon Elephant and go into Googly Eyes, or, you know, soul charging some level 8 machine types, or special summoning 2 Gear Spring Spirits to go into Googly Eyes. So no, 1 out of 3 there. Protection, none to speak of. Well, I mean, Googly Eyes has decent protection, but if you don't manage to summon it, it's really dead. It's really dead. So 1 out of 3 there. Versatility. Look, we're talking about a tiny ZEXAL archetype consisting of 4 cards. So one of the biggest 1 out of 3s I've ever given to them. Ah, yes, more pack filler garbage at its finest, as I said, with Coach Kings. I mean, yeah, coaches in general. These are, I mean, Googly Eyes could have gotten printed as a generic machine type support monster, and it would be actually a pretty decent boss monster, since you can use it in any rank 8 spam machine decks. So I don't know why they insisted on printing super defense robots. They could have actually gotten them more support to make them a fully fleshed out archetype, but like this, it's pack filler garbage like coaches. And anyway, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Red Soap News updates. Comment, like, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll upload the next video whenever I can. See you all. Have a good day and peace.